Hello everyone, lovely to see you here. Those of you who are watching this as a recording, this is going to be my live conversation with Sharon Brown, a guest on Magical Creators platform. Let me do a little bit of introduction. Magical Creators is a business growth platform for intuitive and very powerful entrepreneurs like Sharon, who is a member of Magical Creators. So I decided to do a spotlight for members so we can showcase your gifts, what you can do. And before we dive into our conversation, I just want you to recognize whether you are a magical creator or not, regardless if you are part of our membership. You are a magical creator if you bring magic and improve and transform people around you, environment around you, just by being you. Like your own presence is enough. And also you're someone who wants to make the world a better place. You want to leave your legacy. You want to build something bigger than you are. And recently, I discovered that not all people are open to magic, to energy work, because I'm traveling to Latvia next month and I was speaking to some of my friends there. And when I mentioned what I'm doing, who I'm working with, the look in their face is rather shocking. And for me, it was shocking because I have surrounded myself with magical people, and for me, it's normal. Whereas there are people around us who don't consider us really normal. Let's be kind of honest about it. Who some of our relatives, our loved ones, accept us fully, and they tolerate our strange, interests. But some people don't understand us at all. And maybe you are surrounded by people who don't understand your gifts, who think that there is something wrong with you. So if this is the case, come and join us here on this platform. We are accepting you for who you are, and magic and all the things that seem not normal to 3D world people is acceptable here. So, Sharon.
Hello, Inga.
How are you today?
Yeah, good. Not a bother. No problems whatsoever. Enjoying the sunshine and the rain all in one thing here in Ireland. So, yeah, the joys of it all.
The same here in London. Those of you who are watching live or replay, please comment. Do you consider yourself to be a magical creator, or you're normal? And Sharon, by the way, I know if somebody who's not exposed to the works of energy come across some of your live streams, especially when you channel light language, they will think that you have escaped some establishments.
You better believe it, Inga. Oh my God. My family think I'm nuts as it is. So I like what you said, surround yourself with like-minded people. That's exactly what we need to do, because that's what keeps our vibration high. And if people come across me, my page is Living Uniquely You with Sharon Brown. So if people come across me, they'll say what I do is I clear the energy of that day. And I go in and I have the ability to tap into the energy and see what people need on a collective level. So I clear the energy for that day using my light language. So it's really allowing me to express my uniqueness to everybody else, because light language it's spoken, it's drawn, it's sung, you can actually see it. It's in a lot of artwork these days that people don't even know that it's there. It's our soul's language. So what it does is it's not head coherent. So you have to literally take the logic mind out of the way, and then you just allow it drop into the heart, because it's our soul. It's our soul's language. It's something we would have spoke years ago. It comes from the galactics. We are all star seeds of some form or other. And it's just allowing that language to come in, and it's felt on a very, very deep level, an extremely deep level. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I have experienced it. And Sharon was also one of the speakers at our past events, Magical Creators Live. And I needed to recover after your session because it was so powerful and it transforms you. I can't explain, but it was like very impactful. I highly recommend, by the way, when you go on Facebook and find Sharon's page where she channels almost daily, and I'm encouraging Sharon, come on Instagram and share her love here. So make sure that you follow Sharon on Instagram as well, because as I know, she will be paying more attention to this platform specifically.
I will indeed, Inga, I will. I do actually post it daily on Instagram, but I don't do an awful lot of lives. But I will be over the next couple of weeks. I feel I just need to get back in that platform a bit more and start showing myself a bit more. So what I do is I'm actually a soul connector. So I connect people to their soul purpose by using all my tools that I had started out on my spiritual path in 2009. And I started off like that with Reiki and moving then into different modalities. I trained as a shaman. I done umpteen courses on how to read cards and tarot and all that sort of stuff. And then I had the pleasure of the beautiful, beautiful spirit animal guides, which really brought me to a very, very different level. They taught me how to really understand myself, to trust and believe in myself, because they are just absolutely magical, magical beings that are there for us on the spirit side that will help us on a daily basis. But it's up to us to call them in. They're like, we have our guardian angels. We all know about the guardian angels. We know about the main archangels. The guardian angel is the one we are given at birth, but we're also given a spirit animal guide at birth. And a lot of people don't actually really know that. Some people call them totem animals. I was given the name spirit animal guide because that's what they do. They're from the spirit realm. They're animals and they guide me. So that's the name that they gave me to use for them. We have that beautiful animal guide that walks with us through our life. It might be an animal that you're really, really connected with. It can be the smallest little animal, like a little fly or a beetle, or the smallest little insect, to the biggest animal that's out there. Like when you're doing soul work, you would call in the whale, because a whale is really, really connected to your soul. You're looking for wisdom, you'll call in an owl. If you're looking for courage, I would call in a bear. Protection, I would call in a wolf. And then for if you want to move obstacles, I would call in an elephant. They're just some of the little ones that I call in. But they are there for us, like our guardian angels, like our archangels. They are there for us, but we have to ask. They will not just come in and help us and do what they feel they need. It's up to us to go and ask for the assistance, for the guidance that we need. And that's how they really, really can help us through our lives. I am in the middle of proofreading my book. I'm doing spirit animal guidance, daily spirit animal guidance. So that will be out, please God, before the end of the summer. So I'm just getting the last bit of that in. But that's been a hard slog. I had a lot of stuff to push through that because it was my sole purpose. I wasn't listening to them properly. But I got there with them, and they just never gave up, because they have so much wisdom that they want to share with the world, because a lot of people don't recognize them as the guides that are there, but they are absolutely amazing guides that are ready to walk our path with us.
Lovely. I wanted to touch base on some things that you mentioned. You said because it was your soul's purpose, your soul's work,
yeah,
you experienced the resistance.
Yes. Yeah.
So is it then safe to say that when we hit the resistance, nothing bad, it's just it's probably a sign that this is our soul's work? Yeah. It's not that we need to put it away and do something that feels easy.
No, it's not. You have to work. Like, our soul purpose is not our soul plan, our soul journey, whatever people want to call it's mapped out before we even come down here. And what happens is, through we get birthed, we come into our families, and through the conditioning and the restrictions and all that crappy 3D energy, we actually forget our soul purpose. We forget why we've come down here, what we've come to do. And then some people, well, a lot of the younger kids now, the younger ones now coming through, are not leaving it as long as, say, the likes of me would have to find our purpose. So we went through life, we done what we needed to do, and then maybe in our late 30s, early 40s, we would have woke up and went, oh, like this light bulb went off in our heads to say, oh my God, what am I doing? Where am I going? What do I need to change? This isn't what I came down for. So that's what's happening. But a lot of them now are those new souls that are coming in, and they're coming in for a reason, to bring in the vibration higher, which they won't come in with as much karmic stuff that we brought through. They won't. And then we are doing a lot of the work for them. So what's happening now is that we're dropping those timelines. So as I drop a timeline, or as you drop a timeline, we are actually dropping it for our kids and our children's children. So they are not having to come in and learn that life lesson. So what's happening is they're opening up and they're on their life path a lot quicker than we are. But we are still working through the resistance, the programming, the 3D-ness, all that social or that media stuff really kept us in that low vibration. So we are battling through, like we are the wayshowers. We are the first ones that are here to really go in deep and do that and be the wayshower and allow our souls to really evolve to the next level. But when it gets hard, that's when you really need to look at yourself and say, okay, what's the lesson? What am I doing? Where am I going? Who can I get help from? It's so important at this day and age to make sure that we get the right help from the right mentor, and that will help us and be able to go in and see exactly what's going on, where you need to go and what you need to do. That's what I found with my book, is when I was pushing, and that's why I go to my mentor and make sure that that's what I work through, that resistance, and that I know then that is my soul's purpose. So I hope that explains that, why everything is happening, and especially
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quick tip, if you can share, please. So I know some of my friends are writing books right now, and anyone else who is listening, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. But let's say, what spirit animal would you call in to help you with inspiration, or maybe structuring, what discipline to write?
Well, I would call in your main spirit guide, your spirit animal guide. So really connect in to what your animal guide wants. I have two wolves. One is Dodger and one is Roger. One is for protection. I know, mad names. One is for protection and one is for spiritual guidance. And I also brought in the owl to unlock that wisdom and to help me channel what I needed to channel. See, I would have, it's very funny because I can actually see them. When I call in the spirit animal guides, it's like I nearly have a zoo in my room, in my kitchen or in my room. If I'm working or somebody's bringing in an animal, I'll be able to see it straight away. I also see people change into their spirit animal guides, and it's when they want to communicate, but it's about trusting and believing in the information that you're receiving. And then if you're writing a book, it's really tapping into that wisdom, that inner wisdom that's within, because everything is within us. Absolutely everything that we are looking for is within us. It's whether we are willing to go in and unlock those keys, gates, or whatever we have blocking us, and allowing us to go in and release that.
And so is it one spirit animal? Because I remember when I just met you and you did the spirit animal meditation, it was squirrel, hence my hairdo, because I channel my inner squirrel because it represents fun.
Yeah.
Every time when I want to tap into energy. But recently, when we did March masterclasses, I had Panther as my spirit animal right now.
Yeah.
So they can change, right?
Yes, they can change. It's like they change, but the squirrel will always be there with you, Inga, no matter what. But a panther will come in and help you if there's stuff that you want to get through. If you want to move fast, it's about elegance, grace, movement. That's what the panther is about. And it's about really, really putting, I can actually see his feet because he's really putting his feet down, and it's like he's really grounding in and just allowing you to really find your feet. Because, yeah, that's what I'm getting. He's about finding your feet, and then when he's ready, he will pounce on what's like those new beginnings and those doors.
She wanted to tell you that she's she.
Oh, that's okay. But I always say he because I have my two, and they do correct me, say he or she. And I normally do. Yeah, they do. And see, this is what I love about them. They have no problem telling me when I'm wrong, and they have no problem telling me that, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what needs to be done. And they don't give me fluffy messages. They really don't. They can really hit and hit hard when they're given the messages.
And imagine if somebody, like I mentioned, from 3D world people would come across this particular conversation when I'm telling you, no, my animal said that she is she.
But see, that's the fun and the light-heartedness of them. They're all about fun. They're all about bringing us back into the fun, into the joy, into the laughter, because we have lost a lot of it because everything has got so serious for us. Because we're all on this, we're trying to navigate through these energies, because the energies are off charts at the moment. And they are going to be like that for a good while. They're not changing. So we'll be as high as a kite or as flat as a pancake. But they bring in the lightheartedness, the fun and the laughter. And that's why they are really, really, really here to give us that fun and unlocking our magic that's within us. Because every single one of us has that magic within us.
So Sharon, I was also drawn to, you have a retreat in June, and unfortunately I can't even entertain the idea whether I want to attend because I am in Latvia during that time. Yeah. But when I was reading a description, it was something that I would be drawn to.
Yeah.
Can you tell, first of all, whether there are still places available? And who is it for, and what is it about?
There is places available still, Inga. It is in St. Nectar's Glen in Cornwall, and it's on the 13th to the 15th of June. It's in, all I can describe the place as the most magical place I have stepped foot in. I was there last July, and the minute I stepped into it, I went, I definitely need to run a retreat here. What it is about is, it is releasing all we have been carrying for the past, because we are at the end of our 18-year cycle. It's resetting ourselves, or it's recharging ourselves with the energy of the couple of days and pressing that reset button. Okay, so what I will be doing over the 3 days is we will be honouring ourselves on the path that we have gone on up until now on our journey. I'll be doing that with a fire ceremony on the first night. We'll be releasing what we need to release through that. It'll start the minute you hit the car park, because the walk up through the glen is just, it's like a mini rainforest. It's just the elements in it, the water, the birds, just the feeling in it is just absolutely amazing. Then we'll have the open ceremony, then we'll do the fire ceremony that night, and the next day we will be opening up the pathways for our next 18-year cycle. And then I'll be using the energy of the waterfall that night to do a big rebirthing ceremony. And then it's about transformation. It's about transforming you to your next level of consciousness and allowing you to go where you need to go, by using all the elements that are around me. Because I'm a shaman, and that's what I do. I will bring in every single element that's there, and we'll release, we'll recharge, and we'll reset over the couple of days.
Maybe helping people to understand, how would they know that they meant to go to that event, or any event for that matter, including Magical Creators Live in September, where Sharon is attending. You can meet Sharon in real life. But can we do like a mini, as a meditation, or where people can connect and ask themselves, so whether my soul asking me to do anything possible but to attend this event?
Yeah, that's no problem. What I will do is I'll just bring you in, ground you. I won't do a big mad ground, and I'll just do a quick grounding, and we'll just bring ourselves into our heart, into our soul space, and I'll just ask you the questions, and be 1 to 10, and if it's anything over 7, that's where you need to go. If not, well, then that's not for you. Okay, so I'm just going to ask you to take a deep breath in. So just calling your energy back. Okay, from people, places, situations, time, and space. So coming all the way back into you, just allowing yourself to come all the way back in, coming back into your heart space, just calling your I am presence in, just calling it all the way in. And as you're calling your I am presence in, you're going to visualize 3 big golden roots dropping from your heart right down into your solar plex, your sacral chakra, your root, your hips, your legs, your feet, the floor, through your earth star chakra, right down into your dolphin matrix, into your inner cities, and right down into that whale matrix, and dropping into the core of Mother Earth. Feeling your energy and Mother Earth's energy combining as one, and feeling this energy move up into your feet, your root, and your heart, doing a 360-degree around your heart chakra. Now I'm calling in the energy from Source, pure, unconditional love of the highest vibration, dropping right down into your stellar gateway, into the crown of your head, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plex, your sacral chakra, your root, your hips, your legs, your feet, the floor, right down into your Earth Star chakra, and dropping into the core of Mother Earth. Feeling this energy pop up into your feet, your root, and your heart. Doing a 360-degree around your heart chakra, feeling your energy, Mother Earth's energy, and Father Sky's energy combining as one, and feeling this energy move through every part of your body, every part of your being, allowing you to drop right down into that stillness, into that oneness, into that 0 point, where nobody needs anything from you, nobody wants anything from you. This is your time and your space. So you dropped right into your heart. I'm just going to ask the question, if you need to attend my retreat in Cornwall to release, reset, recharge, and reset, just going to ask the number between 1 and 10, the first number that pops into your head, or any event that you may be thinking of, or even the magical creators. Between 1 and 10, the first number that drops into your head, just allow. Just in case there's a bit of resistance, I'm just going to bring a little bit of light language in. Kanasiya patana nakatonya yata Just allowing the logic mind to float away. And listening to the heart. The soul of you. Say yo sata. Just ask yourself again between 1 and 10. Just allow. And this is your answer. Just cross your hands over your knees and fully anchor that in. And bring yourself slowly back. So it's very simple, Inga. That's all we need to do is really listen to ourselves, because sometimes we can let here rule there and then we get no further.
I would love to know, those of you who did this with us, what number you got, regardless whether you were planning to attend the event or not. It may be the case that you heard about it for the first time. And I think how you can reuse this grounding meditation, instead of retreat, you can put any other event that you come across. And I think it can be usable. The visions that came to me, even like after a minute or two you started doing this, that I was shown that I need to create like a vault, money vault, in terms where I would put aside money specifically to attend events on a whim, so to speak. Like when my heart desire, I don't need to think twice or whether I can afford. I have funds, and I was shown like put 5,000 towards it. And so when I spend it, I replenish back. But it's idea to the point, like if I had extra funds available, I would even consider, so while I'm in Latvia, from Latvia traveling to Cornwall for those 2 days, and then back to Latvia, and then back to London. So if I had like extra funds, which may happen, I'm open to miracles. So but this is what I was shown, that this gives us freedom to make a decision, to follow our heart's desires, and being able to do it. And this is what I want for all magical creators, why we are focusing on growing your business and also growing your soul, is about having this freedom to either invest into yourself, like you can up level and being able to impact other people, or to have experiences that you want to have because you feel like it.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Inga, because without me investing in myself, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it is the investment in yourself is the most precious gift you can give yourself. It really is, because like that, I was in Egypt for 2 weeks, and I have to say it was the best gift I've ever given myself, because I had so much has happened, so much has unfolded since I've come back from Egypt, that I can bring now to my workshops, now to my retreats, to my clients, on a very different level. And that's all about me investing in me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sharon, for opening our Magical Creators conversation series. Make sure that you follow Sharon. Let me know if you're watching us on YouTube, what the answers you were getting and the messages. And I will also put the link. You can get Sharon's masterclass on demand, where you can connect with your spirit animal. You will get answers. It was really powerful masterclass. I highly recommend.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.